Welcome everybody to our daily energy prayer here on YouTube Live. My name is Jona Bryndis, and as every day, same time, I'm guiding you through some of the deeper spiritual connection aspects of our times. We are coming together here as this random group from all over the world. Let us know where you are watching from so that we can see how far this reaches. We come together to spend a few minutes in contemplation, arrive in the here and now, align to our higher power as we understand it, and then dedicate our prayer to what it is that we feel we need today as the medicine for today, as that which we want to pray for. Yes, it's an honor to be here every day and guide you through this inner process. Welcome, everyone. When are we actually turning to prayer? This is something that many of us don't actually think too much about it, except for maybe those of you who have been conditioned or trained or raised with a certain spiritual or religious practice. Maybe every time you go to bed, or every morning when you wake up, or every time you eat something, you bless your food. We talked about this yesterday. You say grace. You appreciate that which comes from creation to enliven you. But it becomes more apparent to us to pray when we are challenged, when we need answers, when we are looking for some kind of confirmation, some kind of answer. Yes, and this is more or less why I'm here, because I recognize this need. I recognize that most of us right now are looking for answers. They're seeking for something. And what I offer here is something that allows you to connect with your higher power, and as you define it, not with a specific tradition or teaching or church or anything behind that. It's really, really important when it comes to the deeper aspects of spiritual awakening, spiritual development, spiritual growth, spiritual maturity, and even spiritual health, that we develop an internal feeling for what it actually is that makes us spiritual and how we actually express it in our daily lives. So when it comes to seeking answers or seeking confirmation, here within this group it doesn't actually matter what it is that you define higher power as. We're assuming that it is a higher power, something outside, or something at least sort of higher up in pay grade than you and your ego mind, something that you can feel as a prompting within yourself that is there and that could potentially help you to guide you through these times where you feel challenged. But why is it that so many people are not seeing a lot of sense in prayer or in this inner interaction with higher power? My theory on this is that we are asking for the wrong things. We are praying to God or to higher power whenever we need something, whenever we are at the end of our wits. And that is something that we might want to contemplate about, because isn't higher power something that should always be available to us, and what is actually needed to access that. Yes, I see you guys, I see Canada, wonderful. So isn't that which we seek the answer or the resolution or the forgiveness perhaps, or more money, or some kind of inner prompting or signal that we are supported in what it is that we are doing or want to do, or that we don't know yet what we need to do? Isn't it that this is an internal feeling that we are actually seeking? And as I said, my theory why prayer and inner contemplation, or even deeper meditation, if you will, doesn't work for people, is because there is something in between that inner feeling, that inner power, or that inner confirmation. And it leads people to seeking in the wrong place. It leads people to not being fully aware, first of all, what they're seeking, but also where they're seeking. When we pray, we need to make sure that we understand that what these answers that we could get back, these inner feelings, these feelings of maybe peace, or the feelings of empowerment, or the feeling of strength, or courage, or forgiveness, that this is something that we need to cultivate in us. It isn't something that comes all of a sudden over us just because we've asked for it, when we, during our normal days, never really align to it. So what I would like to invite you to do here today, when we go through our arriving and aligning and focus for our prayer here today, that we always write ourselves, I want you to contemplate about what it actually is that you need to tune into this inner confirmation, this inner empowerment, what you can do to feel this better. And maybe also what you need to remove, or maybe it's yourself standing in the way, maybe it is your fear that is standing in the way, maybe it is a confusion that is standing in your way of feeling this inner confirmation. Yes, I'm outside here in my healing tent, so we have occasional background noises. I apologize for that. The helicopter just stood in the way of hearing these words. What can we do? How can we challenge ourselves? Maybe we have to stop what we're doing. Maybe we have to interact more with others. Maybe we need to listen to feedback. Maybe we need to get more information. Maybe we just simply need to allocate more time. Whatever the challenge is that we could bring upon ourselves to train this inner feeling, to train the development of this inside feeling, all right? That is what I would like you guys to contemplate about here before we write our prayer. There is a spiritual truth about challenges. If we don't learn to challenge ourselves on an ongoing level, if we don't train this, if we don't train to, say, challenge our ego on an ongoing level, voluntarily, chosen as a consequence of our I am awareness, recognizing that It is the confusions and maybe the 3D stuff that distracts us or stands in the way from feeling empowered. Then we need to understand that these challenges that we get from the outside will keep coming. And why do I call this a spiritual truth? Because we can't prevent ourselves from growing. We can't prevent ourselves from evolving, from maturing, from, developing. So if we are not doing our part, to train that muscle, if all we want is comfort zone and autopilot checking out and keeping everything the way it is, are we allowing growth or truth or freedom or true love, for that matter, to be felt by us? Isn't it that these three things, truth, freedom and love, aren't those the three things that we all seek the most in one way or another? If we have financial issues, we seek more financial freedom. If we have issues with relationships or if we feel alone, we are seeking for love. If we are confused, if we don't know what the right answers are for us, we're seeking for truth. These are the main three things we all are seeking. And our job here in this sort of really intense spiritual awakening that we are all experiencing, regardless of what our belief system is to do our part, to either remove that is what is in the way, or to at least challenge that which is in the way. So let's arrive here for this daily energy prayer. Make this a physical arriving first. Fold your hands, feel your hands, feel your feet touching the ground. Touch yourself. Maybe loosen up some of your voice and that which actually will be reverberating through you when you make your words become alive through your prayer. Hum. Humming is a very effective way to report to yourself that you are here in the now. And each and every one of us will have a different kind of frequency that we like to just sort of spontaneously tune into. And you'll see actually that this can vary from day to day. It's very interesting for me how the tone that comes out of me almost probably represents the healing frequency that I need for the day. It's kind of like when you make your cat purr. Those of you who have cats may know this. When the cat purrs, it's a healing and self-healing procedure. She practices this. Yeah, and this is also why we perceive a purring cat as something very healing for us. Make yourself purr. It's the best way to arrive and tune yourself into your own inner sacred self-healing. And then let's take a moment to just remember what it is that we are aligning ourselves to. Higher power as we understand it. Higher spiritual wisdom, maybe higher awareness, more healing. And let's focus on wanting to feel this inner feeling of confirmation, of knowing that we are accompanied, that we are strengthened, that we are supported. And let's turn this into words, guys. What are the words that you want to infuse into our daily prayer today? You can see the framework of the prayer, where we just basically pray for getting ourselves out of the way, our error perceptions, and we're asking for the truth to be revealed about that which needs to be healed, because we understand that we can only heal what we can feel. So what is it that you would like to infuse here today in our prayer that we're going to do here in a minute? What do you want to pray for with all these contemplations in mind? Personally, I would like to pray for an awareness, for something that I don't just do when I'm here together with you guys. Linda wants to pray for inviting her ego, mind, and emotions to quiet into my heart, to experience the beauty of source energy. So basically, Linda, you were reflecting on trying to get all the overlay, your thoughts and your emotions that are tormenting you, to get them out of the way. So you want to challenge yourself, yeah? This is how I want to contextualize this today. You want to challenge yourself to quieten down the mind and emotions, yeah, that are holding you back from feeling source, yeah, from feeling divine love or the universe or the celestial, whatever you call this. Very beautiful. Cindy would like to add healing through the power of choice and the clarity to see beyond ego. Yeah, that's powerful. That goes right along those lines here. The awareness to challenge maybe my ego and to become able to quiet my mind and emotions in order to feel the beauty, the courage, the power of my inner higher power. Are you okay with this? In that you are taking on this challenge that I talked about. The big takeaway here for all of us is that if we don't challenge ourselves, if we don't challenge ourselves, we keep getting challenges from the outside, guys. Yeah. So prayer, I pray for the awareness. I apologize for the formatting that is needed here when we go a little more into detail. I have to. To quiet my mind. Alright. Pray for the awareness. All right, are we okay with this? I pray for the awareness to challenge my ego and become able to quiet my mind and emotions so that I can feel so that I can feel the power of my inner, no, the power of my inner so that I can feel the support of my inner, of higher power. How's that? You guys all good? Yeah? I take your hearts for agreeing to this, for creating all of this here together. So let's go into the prayer. Make sure you connect your hands in whatever way. Yeah? Connect your left and right hemispheres, your masculine, feminine, your 3D, and your spiritual reality, your ego and your higher power. You see this symbolically as connecting them both, unifying them within yourself. I'm starting the prayer music now. Grace for thee I thirst, into your hands I commit my life. My body, mind and spirit, heart and soul. And all error perceptions thereof. My will is thy will. Thy will be done through me. For that, I pray for the awareness to challenge my ego and to become able to quiet my mind and emotions so that I can feel the support of higher power within me. Heal me at depth. Reveal all that needs to be revealed and heal all that needs to be healed. So that I can glorify you, God, I am. And live in the consciousness of grace. Now and at all times. Thank you. It makes me smile to be able to be here with you guys and do this together. It's deeply, deeply fulfilling. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for sharing the link, for telling others about this, and most of all for contributing in this beautiful way. You've just raised the vibration, my vibration, the vibration of the whole planet, and your own and everyone you're going to meet today. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.